Hello students, this video lecture is on the subject Information Theory and Coding, and in this class we are going to see few definitions of Hamming weight, Hamming distance and minimum Hamming distance, solve few problems related to this particular definition. Hamming weight of a code vector C is defined as the number of non-zero components of C. If binary code, then Hamming weight is nothing but number of ones in the given code vector. Example, if C is given as 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 0, 1, then for finding the Hamming weight we need to find number of non-zero components or number of ones if it is a binary code vector. Here the number of non-zero components or number of ones is equal to, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So number of ones is 5 and we can write the Hamming weight, which is usually denoted as HW, is equal to 5 for this particular example. Next, Hamming distance. Hamming distance between any two code vectors C1 and C2 is defined as number of components in which they differ. Example, if C1 is 1010101 and C2 is 1110000, if these are the two code vectors, then we need to find in which two bits they are going to differ. So if you see the LSB, so it is 1 and 0, so it is going to differ in this particular position. The next 0 and 0, it is not going to differ. The third bit, that is 1 and 0, it is going to differ. The next bit is 0 and 0, it is not going to differ. 1 1, no difference. So 0 and 1, it is going to differ. So we can write Hamming distance or H distance for this particular two code vector is nothing but 3, because it is going to differ by 3-bit position. Next, minimum distance or D minimum. Minimum distance is defined as the smallest Hamming distance between any two code vectors in a code, or it is a minimum Hamming weight of a non-zero code vector. So minimum means out of this all possible distances we are going to find a minimum value and find the minimum distance, or the other definition is the minimum Hamming weight of a non-zero code vector. So we are going to find the Hamming weight of all possible code vector, and the minimum among that Hamming weight will be the minimum distance. Consider a 6,3 linear code whose generator matrix is given as G is equal to 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. Find all possible code vectors, find all the Hamming weights, distances and minimum Hamming distance, find the minimum weight parity check matrix. So first question is finding all possible code vectors, and we know that for linear block code C is equal to D into G. So we are going to write it is 6,3, so n is equal to 6 here and k is equal to 3. So we are going to get 2 to the power of k, which is equal to 2 to the power of 3, 8 possible code vectors. And messages are 3-bit size, so we can write it as D1, D2, D3. So this needs to be multiplied with the given generator matrix, which is given as 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. So we'll do the multiplication and we'll see what we are going to get as all possible code vectors. So first 3 bits will be as it is, since it is an identity matrix. So we are going to get D1, D2, D3 as it is. The next bit will be D1 plus D2. The next bit will be D2 plus D3, and the last bit will be D1 plus D3. So now we'll fill all the possible code vectors. Now we'll start filling with all possible code vectors here. So we'll give just the code name as CA, CB, CC, CD, CE, CF, CG and CH, all possible 8 code vectors, and the messages are D1, D2, D3, and we have seen we have got the code vectors as D1, D2, D3. First 3 bits are same as the message. The next 2 bits you got it as D1 plus D2. The next bit as D2 plus D3 and the last bit as D1 plus D3. So now we'll just start filling all these possible code vectors. Since we are going to get all possible 8 combinations, we'll fill the messages as 000, 001, 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. Now to find all possible code vectors, these 3 bits are same, so we'll fill it as 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Next we are going to get D1 plus D2, that is we are going to add this bit, first bit and the second bit. So 0 plus 0 will be 0, 0 plus 0 will be 0, 0 plus 1 will be 1, 0 plus 1 will be 1, 1 plus 0 will be 1, 1 plus 0 will be 1, 1 plus 1 will be 0, 1 plus 1 will be 0. So this is for the fourth bit of the given vector. Similarly, the next one is D2 plus D3. So we are going to add now D2 plus D3 and fill this particular column. So now D2 plus D3, 0 plus 0 will be 0, 0 plus 1 will be 1, then 1 plus 0 will be 1. Next you have 1 plus 1 which will be equal to 0. Next you have 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Then 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1 will be equal to 0. So this is how we are going to get the next bit of your all possible code vectors. The last equation is D1 plus D3. So you are going to add this D1 and D3 bits now and you are going to fill this column. So D1 plus D3, 0 plus 0 will be 0, 0 plus 1 will be 1, 0 plus 0 will be 0, 0 plus 1 will be 1, 1 plus 0 will be 1, 1 plus 1 will be 0, 1 plus 0 will be 1 and 1 plus 1 will be 0. So these are all possible code vectors for the given generator matrix. The second question is find all Hamming weights, distance and minimum Hamming distance. So as per the definition, Hamming weight is nothing but number of non-zero components in the given code vector. So these are the given code vectors from here to here. So what we have to do is we have to find number of ones. So the first code vector, that is CA, we are going to get Hamming weight as 0. For next one we are going to get 1, 2 and 3. So we are going to get 3 ones. So Hamming weight for CB code will be 3. Similarly, for the next one you have 1, 2 and 3. For CC code the Hamming weight will be equal to 3. The next code, that is for CD, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Hamming weight will be 4. For the next one, 1, 2, 3. So Hamming weight will be equal to 3. For the next code, that is for CF, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Hamming weight will be 4. For CG code, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are going to get Hamming weight as 4. For the last one, that is for CH, you are going to get 1, 2, 3. So Hamming weight will be equal to 3. So these are the all possible Hamming weight. Next, to find the Hamming distance, we can find the distance between CA and CB and we can write the distance as DAB. So it is nothing but number of bits in which they differ. So we are going to compare these two code now to find the Hamming distance. So if it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So if you see here, the number of bits it is going to differ is 1, 2 and 3. So we can write the Hamming distance DA B, that is distance from A and B, will be equal to 3. Similarly, we can write distance from DAC, that is from A and C. So you will get again the Hamming distance as 3. Similarly, we can find DAD, that is Hamming distance between CA and CD. So we are going to get it as 4. Then similarly DAE, that is Hamming distance from A and code vector E, you are going to get it as 3, and so on. So we can find many possible combinations of this Hamming distances. Next is minimum Hamming distance. So minimum Hamming distance is nothing but the minimum distance between the two code vectors. So if you see here, the minimum value is what you are going to get is 3, or the other definition is it is the minimum Hamming weights. Okay, it is a minimum of all the Hamming weight. You are going to get it as D minimum, that is the minimum distance. So if you see here, we are going to get a set of code vectors as 0, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4 and 3. So it should be the minimum, and we should not include the 0 code vector. So we can write d minimum is equal to 3. So there are two definitions for Hamming distance, minimum Hamming distance. One is find all possible distances, then find minimum among that will give you minimum Hamming distance, or find all the possible Hamming weights and find the minimum non-zero Hamming weight, that will give you D minimum. Third question is find the minimum weight parity check matrix. So you are asked to find the parity check matrix H. So generator matrix G is given as 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 and 0 1 1. So we know by the definition the generator matrix is nothing but IK concatenated with parity matrix. Therefore, matrix P, that is parity matrix P, is 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1, and we know that parity check matrix which is denoted as H is given by the formula or by the matrix where we have P transpose concatenated with I n minus k. So what we need to do is, we have already got this parity matrix, write the transpose of that. So 1 0 1, next you have 1 1 0, next rows into columns, so 0 1 1 is written like this. I n minus k, I 6 minus 3, you are going to get I 3, so it will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this is nothing but your H matrix for the given problem. For a single error correcting n, k Hamming code has the following parameters. Code length n will be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus k minus 1. The number of message bits, that is k, will be lesser than or equal to n minus log to the base 2 of n plus 1. Number of parity check bits is n minus k. Error detecting capability will be d minimum minus 1, where d minimum is the minimum Hamming distance. Error correcting capability T is d minimum minus 1 by 2. Find the generator matrix G and parity check matrix H for a linear block code with minimum distance 3 and message block size of 8 bits. So here the given values are D minimum, which is given as 3, and message block size, which is nothing but K, is given as 8. And we know that for linear block code, it is going to satisfy the equation n should always be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus k minus 1. So n should be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus k is 8 minus 1. And we know that n is greater than k. k. So k is given as 8. So we'll just substitute the values of n by trial and error method. So first we'll substitute 9. So 9 should be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of 9 minus 8 minus 1. So which we are going to get it as 2 to the power of 1 minus 1, which is 1, which is not possible. Next we'll substitute n is equal to 10, which should be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of 10 minus 8 minus 1. So you are going to get this value as 2 to the power of 2 minus 1, 3, which is again not possible. Then we'll substitute n is equal to 11, should be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of 11 minus 8 minus 1. So we are going to get it as 2 to the power of 3, that is 8 minus 1. So 7, which is not possible again. So next we'll substitute 12, should be lesser than or equal to 2 to the power of 12 minus 8 minus 1. So 2 to the power of 4, that is 16 minus 1, which is 15. So this is valid. So we can write, therefore the value of n for this particular message size of 8 will be equal to 12. So now we have got the value of n. Now we have got the value of n, which is 12, and we know that value of k is given as 8 by the definition of parity check matrix. H transpose is nothing but we'll get a P matrix concatenated with I matrix, and the size of this parity matrix will be k cross n minus k, and you are going to get a matrix here which is n minus k. So we'll substitute the values of n and k. Finally what we are going to get is P 8 cross 12 minus 8, which is equal to 4, divided by I 12 minus 8, which will be equal to 4. So we know that now the identity matrix is a 4 cross 4 matrix. So we'll just write this matrix as we'll start filling the other values later. So first is identity matrix. So 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. Next we are going to fill the parity matrix, and we there are certain rules that it should be satisfying. No rows of H transpose matrix should be 0, and none of the two rows should be repeated with the same element. So I cannot write 0 0 0 here, but we can not write 0 0 1 also because it is already present. So 0 0 1 0 is already present. So 0 1 and 2 I cannot write. So we are going to start it with 3. So 0 0 1 1. Next 4 is not possible because it is already present as one of the row. So next we'll write 5. Next is 6. Next is 7, and we know that it should have 8 rows. So 8 is not possible again here. So we'll write it as 9, then 10, then 11, then the last one is 12. So this should be of 8 rows, 4 columns, and this is nothing but 4 cross 4 matrix. So now we have got H transpose matrix. So we can write parity check matrix, which is H is nothing but transpose of this H transpose matrix. So we can write it as 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Then you have 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. So this is the parity check matrix for the given problem. Next we'll see how to write the generator matrix.